Morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello, and welcome to Morning of the Dove. I am Reverend Kirstin Hanson. This is a weekly, daily consecration. We pick weekly topics and discussion and discourse to help aid in your spiritual journey. And we have daily deepenings that go with this. This is the consecration of returning us, you, me, to the external divine love and divine presence that it always is. And this is an opportunity for you to lean into devotion by embracing the sacred pause, the life-giving breath, and the returning of the presence that is always here, always within you. So, good morning. This week, our topic is the light. Now, we're going to go into deepening understandings of my near-death experience. See, I was hit as a result of an accident, a police chase on Thanksgiving night 4 years ago. And I did die in that car accident. And who woke up, who came out of that accident, is not the same woman who left in the accident. Now, of course, I have memories. I have had to mentally integrate the experience and what it all means and who I am. I've had to allow the transition to occur, and I think that was by divine grace. And I speak to this because, this Thanksgiving will be 4 years. And it's been an evolutionary understanding of what's occurring, and it's still deepening. What I learned, what I experienced, and what I've gone through, integrating the universal truths as a result. I sat in that light for a long time, and we'll talk more about that. And what I really want to share with you this week is the importance of moving beyond the level of the problem and fighting problems at the level of the problems, especially here in the United States at this time. We are in a place where we are being called to move beyond even who we know ourselves as. And there are certain universal laws, certain universal truths that we have the capacity to embrace that are divine in nature, that are universal laws. Whatever your choice of word is, quantum is proving. So we're going to talk about this near-death experience. We're going to talk about the truths that I know. And I'm going to put some context to this. While I've spent most of my life in corporate, I also spent most of my life studying spirituality and deepening my knowledge. I came into this world with a keen awareness of other worlds, with a keen awareness of skills that they're oftentimes celebrated and exciting to have, but they're very difficult to integrate. And since the accident and when I'm talking about telepathy, sight, prophecy, the gift of what's coming, mediumship, clairvoyant, like all the clairs, like everything. And I've taught this work as well to a lot of people. And in the last 4 years since my accident, what that has done for me is it also amplified the importance of elevating even those teachings because we're on an accelerated path. And with what is occurring, There's a duality that is really, there's a non-duality seeking to penetrate a duality, the balance of the dark and the light. But in the true universal law, there is only light. So I want to be clear about that, because I really got to say, and that is where the concept of wholeness comes in. The Tao teaches this, many, many, many teachings teach this, which is why I'm a studier and of, practices that science of mind teach, right? Because they teach non-duality. Why is this important in this time? Because we're fighting each other. And we are called to accelerate even beyond religiosity. And as I move deeper into my ministry, and I want to be clear, I use the word God because it is God to me, but God is inside of me. I am a seedling of the great universe. The universe gave birth to me, and therefore it exists within me, just as my parents' DNA exists within me. So I have access to this divinity. Now, when I talk about the light, I am talking about a love that is so pure and so true. It's an unconditional love. It is not a human love. And we, as humans, actually have access to that. We have access to that. And should we have the capacity to really take on social justice, which I am a huge advocate for. My ministry is for the people, grassroots, ground up, for the people ministry. I am not for the rich. I'm not for the famous. No, it doesn't mean that I don't have a lot of wealthy clients. I seek the people who are willing to be with the people, regardless of our socioeconomic status. And this light, it's so luminous and so bright and so brilliant. It is a resonance, it is a vibration, it is a field of coherence within us. And this week, we are going to be speaking of this. We are going to be exploring my near-death experiences. I've had many. We are going to be speaking about who we need to become as individuals and as a collective. And even beginning to break down barriers, because the only barriers we can break down are those that are within ourselves. We can't break down other barriers. We can support people and aid people on their journey, but the only one who can change us is us. And that's the truth. Now, others can invoke thoughts or ideas or vibrational states that allow us to have the breakthrough. But what is ours to do is to anchor that in and take ourselves on as if we are the divine, because we are. And then begin to move ourself into a vibrational state that holds the frequency of what some would consider outer worldly. Now, there's many tools and mechanisms, and I am not denying them. What I am suggesting is you don't need anything. That was the very first message I heard the morning I got home. And at that time, I was studying with shamans and studying all over the world. I've done all kinds of training and exercises. I am not a proponent of ayahuasca or mind-altering anything. I fundamentally believe from the core of me that we as a species must not be dependent on anything to break us open. That is the practice, that is the devotion, That is a reverence. Now, I know I am not here to debate that. If you are called to it, that is yours. If you believe in it, I support you. I line in with you, and I would never tell somebody to do it or not do it. What I teach is that we need no tools other than our inner resource, the light. And I teach how to get there so you have a sustained capacity to live within that always without needing any external force. Again, not against it. I don't teach it and I haven't needed it. So, what I offer up in this first morning of the dove is the vibrational tone, the vibrational feeling, the vibrational aspect of the light, which is infinite, boundless potentiality, pure potentiality, where everything exists. And so, what I would invite you to do before we close is to place your hand on your heart. Just place any hand, it doesn't matter which hand, place your hand on your heart. This, beloveds, this heart connects to the great cosmic heart, the light of the light. The light within you connects to the light within all that is. And by placing your hand on your heart, you're allowing the calmness of your nervous system to come in a very simple way, bringing the peace in. Many spiritual teachings talk that peace is the gateway right before the ineffable, the bliss. That's the truth, because the light is pure bliss. So place your hand on your heart and just take a gentle breath, feeling the normalcy of your own breath, whatever the rate is. You don't need to control it. You don't need to do anything with it. Just take it in and breathe and breathe. Allow the feeling tone of this love to move through your heart and begin to expand your awareness. For you, beloved, are eternal. You, beloved, are the light. You, beloved, are here now to be the change in the world. You are. That is not just cliche. You are. And you have it within you. And so tomorrow we will go deeper into the light, staying in that feeling tone, in that vibrational state. Okay, beloveds, we're going to talk more about that. Okay. I will see you tomorrow.